Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. So every Arsenal fan is talking about Rice, about Timber, about Lavia, and about all the players we've been told about. But what about these other three players? Now, today actually have some news on Xavi Simons. Joao Cancelo is back on the radar, and also Caicedo. Now, a few weeks ago, we heard that Arsenal pulled out of the Caicedo deal, but a couple of days, or a week later, we heard that Arsenal have not yet pulled out of the Caicedo deal. Right now, Man United and Chelsea want him, but today, according to reports, if Thomas Partey leaves, Arsenal could be back for Caicedo. So let's talk about all those three deals. Let's start with Xavi Simons. According to reports from L'Equipe, Arsenal are chasing a cut price deal to sign Xavi Simons, who doesn't want to return to PSG. Now, that would be very, very interesting. Now, the thing with this deal with Xavi Simons, he wants playing time. He thinks like he might not get playing time at PSG. But even if we sign him at Arsenal, will he really get that playing time? If you're to talk about those four positions up front, we currently have Jesus. Nelson has just signed a new contract. Obviously, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz has just joined. Odegaard, Fabio Vieira is still there. Smith is still there. So I'm not sure about guaranteed playing time unless Arsenal are planning to loan out Nelson or planning to loan out someone like a Fabio Vieira, which I don't think so. I think both of them will be here, especially after giving Nelson that contract. And I think they're going to give Fabio Vieira a second season. I don't see where Xavi Simons fit. Would he be a good signing? 100%. Getting a young player like this, I'm not going to say no. The only issue is playing time. But is there a way to get around that? Maybe. You can sign him because a player like this becomes available. You don't really let him go. Now, if you can sign him and then loan him out, if he wants to get loaned out, maybe that would be a benefit. Maybe treat this deal like the way we did the Saliba deal. Bring him to Arsenal, sign him. He's an Arsenal player. Then send him out on loan. If he needs another loan, you can send him again to another loan on another loan deal, and then he comes back a different player in the next 1-2 years, just like Saliba did. We sent Saliba on a 3-year journey in France. Marseille was the last team that he played for. He also played for Nice, and was it Saint Etienne? I think he played for 3 different teams over in France, and he played really well, especially in his final season. Played really, really well. So can we treat the Xavi Simons deal like that as well? Only if he wants. Does he want to come and play in England, or does he want to come and then go out on loan? Would he be happy with that? And also depends on which other teams want him, because according to Fabrizio Romano, understands Xavi Simons has not yet made any decision on his future, despite reports of him turning down PSG. He'll get more details on PSG project, then make final decisions. PSV hope to sign new deal. PSG buyback clause 6 million. They're going to get a steal, man. He was a PSG player, obviously, but they're signing him back for 6 million would be crazy. But the player is the only one deciding. So depends on the player. Does he feel like he was mistreated at PSG? Does he want to go back there? Does he feel like he's going to get playing time there? Personally, I would not be like rushing to the line and pushing people over like I want to sign Xavi Simons. Why? Because I feel like the positions that he plays, I think we are kind of covered. And if we had to get a forward player, I'd look for 2 different things. Either a striker who's a tall striker, striker who's going to help us, like different ideas when we are trailing 1-0 and we had to put in the crosses, a different player like that, a physical striker. Someone like Giroud back in the day, someone like Dzeko back in the day, someone like that. I'm tempted to say Lukaku, but I don't look that. I mean, it's a powerful striker like that. Like let's say Lukaku back in the Everton days, someone like that. But that is the first one. But if I'm looking for a second option, it would be like a winger who can also play as a striker, someone like a Musa Diaby or someone like that. So I'm not sure about Xavi Simons, but if you can get him, why not? But he's back in the reports, according to L'Equipe. Arsenal chasing a cut price deal. Also depends on the price. If you're going to sign him for like 25 million, 100% go and get him. But if they ask for someone like something like a 50 million, then we have other priorities that we need to sort out. But that is the latest on Xavi Simons. Let me know, would you try and get him, or do you think we don't necessarily need him? What about Joao Cancelo? Is back in the reports. Now, after signing Timber, I thought I would not hear about Cancelo anymore. 2 things, really. One, because of Timber, and then number 2, price. If Cancelo's something like 20 million, I'm sure I would have gotten him a long time ago. If he was a cheap player, I think would have gotten him a long time ago. But since Man City would ask for something like 70 million, 75 million, I mean, before setting out, if our midfield was totally ready. We already had Declan Rice, Partey was staying, Xhaka was staying, and then Lavia was ready, and Odegaard was staying. All those players were in our midfield, and our midfield was sorted. Then you can start paying 70, 75 million for a fullback like a Cancelo, because he's a fullback who can score 5 goals for United. Then he's a fullback who can play left back, right back. Actually, when the transfer window started, I said I wanted Declan Rice first, and then Cancelo second above Caicedo, but it looked very impossible. And also another thing is, since we've been competing with Man City, they've given us a few players recently, including a manager as well. Are they really going to give us Cancelo as well? That is where it becomes very, very tricky. I don't think he's going to start Man City. He's not going to go back to Bayern Munich. So whichever team is going to land Cancelo is going to be getting a really, really good player, very experienced player as well. So could Arsenal be that team? Could another Premier League team come in for him? I don't think Man City will be selling to Man United or Liverpool. Chelsea, maybe they want him now since they've gotten rid of the likes of Aspilicueta. Could Chelsea come in for him? I wouldn't want him to go to a team like Chelsea to make them 100% stronger. What about teams like Real Madrid? Would they be interested? Barcelona, we have to wait and see. But Cancelo is back in the news. According to reports, Arsenal are still interested in a potential move for 29-year-old Portuguese defender Joao Cancelo, according to Rudy Galetti. He said Arsenal are certainly one of the teams interested in him. It's confirmed, but at the moment the Gunners are fully focused on the deal of Declan Rice, and only after having managed the midfielder situation or issue will they eventually focus on the Portuguese player. This would be crazy. Like, if you have a transfer window where you get Havertz for 60 million, Rice for 100 million, and then you still get Cancelo for 70, 75 million, that would be crazy. I don't know if a loan deal is reachable. Would Man still like to loan him out? I don't think so. I think they want to sell him completely. But if anyone can also manage to get him on a loan like Bayern Munich did, that is also not bad. He's 29 years of age. He's bringing you that experience. He's a player who's won titles over in at Juventus in Italy. He's won a title now at Bayern Munich in Germany. He's won titles at Man City in England. So he's done it 3-4 different countries. I think he even won it in Portugal, if I'm not wrong. I think he won a Portugal league back when he's in Portugal. So he's a very, very experienced player who's played with all the top level players, the likes of De Bruyne and Cristiano Ronaldo and all those guys. So let's wait and see what happens with that one. Cancelo is still a player 100% be interested in, but I can't see us going for him because we've already signed Timber, and also because of the money, unless we end up selling people like Tierney and Tomiyasu, and then it creates gaps in terms of fullbacks, then you can go for him. But it depends on how much you're getting for players like Tierney and Xhaka. If you've gotten like 30 million for Xhaka and then 40 million for Tierney, then you can go for someone like a Cancelo, but that is after you sort out your midfield position. Speaking of sorting out your midfield position and your midfield issue, Caicedo, is it going to Man United? Is it going to Chelsea? Or is it going to Arsenal? Well, according to reports from Sam J. Dean, Moises Caicedo could yet become an option for Arsenal if Thomas Partey leaves. Can you just imagine that? Imagine it's impossible. It's unrealistic to expect a team to spend 400 million in the transfer window. So you can't really get Rice, Caicedo, Cancelo, and Havertz in the same window alongside the likes of Timber. That is a lot of money. If it was possible, if you're clearing like 8-9 players, Xhaka, Partey, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Holding, Ketia, and leaving enough space for 5-6 quality players to come in, that would be great. That is the only way you can end up winning the Champions League. So if you get all of these players, you almost guaranteed to reach the semi-final of the Champions League if you have all these players in terms of quality and quantity. But I don't think so. I don't think it's possible to get all those players with the budget that we have. And it's not just us. I think it's only Chelsea who ever spent that kind of money in one transfer window. But all of those players didn't really even come in immediately. They were coming in at the end of the season. So it's quite impossible. But Caicedo is still on the radar according to reports. So that is pretty interesting. But I actually don't. The funny thing is, I still have a feeling like he might not end up at Chelsea. I have a feeling like he might end up at Man United or a different country if he wants to leave England. So we have to wait and see what happens with that. But wherever he ends up, is definitely going to make them stronger. But considering they want around 100 million for him, more than that, that is a lot of money. So that's the latest on Caicedo, and little bit on the players that we know about to join. On Declan Rice, Fabrizio says Man City and Arsenal both want to bid for Declan Rice this week. More to follow. Go ahead, Man City. Go ahead, bid for him. The player wants Arsenal. I'm still 92% confident he's going to join Arsenal. And for G and Timber, in terms of how much he's going to be earning per week, 90k per week according to Sammy Mockwell, and add-ons, I guess bonuses. This agreement, we've already made a bid of around 45 to 48 million euros. Euros, so I'm expecting it to be done very, very soon this week. But which other players are we going to get this week? We never know. I have a feeling we're going to get at least 5 players this transfer window, and the ones that we are kind of edging closer, Declan Rice, Havertz, and Timber, but who are the other two? Is it Caicedo? Is it Milinkovic-Savic? Is it Cancelo? Is it Xavi Simons? Is it Lavia? There's no guarantee it could be Lavia, it could be someone else, someone that you've not heard about, someone like a Timber just pops up from nowhere, and we hear that Arsenal want him. It could be someone like that, someone from Aston Villa, someone from Real Sociedad or something like that. But let's wait and see what happens. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you make of those detailed in those rumors, and catch up with you guys on the next one.